compared to Fireflux, who will rely on the
So
lane.
with that all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be jumping into the second match of today's Stream B between NiP Flash versus Flux Esports. We are jumping in to see how exactly this is gonna pan out.
Super excited. I mean, I'm excited and nervous at the same time. Especially, I mean, Fireflux showing that link first pick just oozes confidence, right? We know that TNZ has played like Gacor, he's played some pretty crazy aggressive picks. Martis as well. That was also a thing. We're seeing kind of the talents right now. The war cry on the TNZ, so easy to proc on a hero like Link for the extra 8% damage that lasts 6 seconds. And for a hero that wants to go for Sky Piercer, the extra damage is gonna be very juicy.
Of course, very interested to actually find out from both sides it's actually gonna look, because one thing's for sure, whenever we're looking at JPL playing the Grog, get information. This guy will always be in the enemy's faces. But this time, things are starting to look a little bit different, because it doesn't seem like he wants to go that aggressively, because the early game of NiP Flash just can't really seem to supplement the amount of aggression that he would want in the early stages.
I think at the same time, you also want to keep the lane for Courtesy, right? Like, sure, the wave's going to be pushing in, but Faramis Ghost Bursters takes care of it very fast, so nothing much is going to be lost for NiP Flash. But now, they gotta get Courtesy his nether realm before the first turtle spawns. And Hades, he's already taking point there. And while he's doing that, TNZ is gonna start farming up more camps. Hopefully, it's gonna hit level 5 for the turtle, and yeah, it's gonna be a level ahead of Hades.
Challenging,
yeah.
Definitely more challenging. Not at level 4 just yet, but they understood.
Yep. TNZ doesn't really mind too much. It's like, I can give away the turtle, but as long as I'm power farming and I'm getting my resources, is good. In fact, I even attempting to go for the invade on the jungle of NiP Flash, trying to take the purple buff away, but unsuccessful.
I guess quick little understanding as to where the Ling is. And it's all up to NiP Flash to figure out what.
Yeah, even the bottom lane, right? Some Trace Diablo basically winning out the lane in a very minor manner. In terms of XP, it's definitely ahead of Alien. And it's going to be a headache for Alien. It's the same matchup as Terisla into a Paquito, right? You just cannot match out the mobility of either the Paquito and the Benedetta, so it means Diablo will always have the liberty of moving first if he manages to control the minion
So
wave.
with that all said, we do have a little bit more of an aggression from NiP Flash in the river. Hades is always wanting to put himself first and trying to get himself more aggression in the top lane as much as they could. But Sunshine immediately popping the Purify, so now we know that not on Sunshine's Purify, as now Hades is still around. Another taunt.
What?
Top lane, as now they do have the Lecter Final Blow plus invades on the opponent's side, finds TNZ, focuses down to make sure the Testament of Blade has been used as well. Alien joins into the fray. Diablo gets himself out of the final hit coming in from the Alien's last shots, but Diablo, he's not gonna be going down just yet, because Courtesy, he is gonna be coming in with the nice little ult to make sure that Diablo stays alive.
Yeah, absolutely saving Diablo. Oh my goodness, Diablo was literally on the edge. On his last leg, and Courtesy saved him. Big NetherRealm, NiP Flash, taking the purple buff away from TNZ. At least TNZ didn't go down. He saved the Tempest of Blaze for the very last second, but Fireflux, bit of a blunder. Sunshine really believed that his teammates would back him up, throws his life away despite not having Purify. NiP Flash, this is where the turtle becomes a lot more valuable just because of what damage they've done to Fireflux.
But I mean, TNZ is still at level 8, so he do have that level advantage after all. But with the lack of purple buff, it's definitely going to be a little bit more difficult to work with. As now Hades takes the Lord, takes the he can burst down the turtle fast enough. Phoenix focuses on the Apex 47, brings him down almost immediately. But here we have another one when it comes down to the Shadow Stampede. Kurtizi pulls in onto Alien and subsequently brings him down with the rest of his team.
There's 5 kills for NiP Flash in 5 minutes. 3 of them on advantage. You could not have asked for a better start if you are a Moskov. Not only did you win the lane, not only that you're on a killing spree, you are ahead of Sunshine, who is on the Claude. NiP Flash already establishing a solid lead in this early game. And that makes the life of TNZ so hard because NiP Flash, they're gonna keep invading.
Yep. That is the power of this Grok over here, constantly giving information and is not even afraid of that of Apex 47. And yep, well charged, connecting on TNZ, and sure, don't get the purple buff.
Well, Hades did have to use the retribution, but the purple buff on the side of NiP. But one thing is for sure, completely away from his turret, which means NiP Flash, they're going to be able to take the...
Yep, and unfortunately Flux is unable to find any alternative trade across the map. Losing the top lane first tier defense turret, they can't find anything in the bottom lane as well, as they lost the first tier defense turret in the bottom lane too. NiP Flash definitely will be looking out for another kill, or perhaps bring down the middle lane too. Apex 47 pretty much stuck. He's forced to use the flicker, but a spear of destruction connects down on the Apex 47, allows Phoenix to go over to the front lines. And indeed, Alien didn't manage to put on a very big penalty zone, but because he wasn't able to do much from that point on, they don't have the damage.
Let's talk about Diablo and his Petrify. He Electro final blows and immediately cancels the Blazing Duet with the Petrify, completely just squandering Flux's damage capability. If Sunshine had a bit more time to do out his ult, that could have been different. So Diablo right on the mark with his battle spell. NiP Flash looking for the third turn of the game.
Gotta have to say that NiP Flash's Diablo may actually have a lot of job on his hands when it comes down to his Petrify.
What?
The Electro Funnel Blow allows...
He got Sky Piercer,
it allows him to just go over to the back line so much, so he can actually look out for or to deal with Rosa or to pretty much deal with Sunshine. But for now, Rosa immediately pops down with the Feathered Airstrike. Was hoping he will be able to do much, but with no ultimate for this upcoming fight, things are definitely going to be bad. And the Nether Realm is just going to be popped. Kurtizi is just going to be losing out his Nether Realm by the hands of TNZ, but it's not going to be that big of a deal, as Diablo with the Electro Final Blow brings Alien down, and the rest of the members from the side of Flux now forced to move backwards.
And this is where we finally start to see the problem of Flux's draft. The glaring weakness, right, is so one-dimensional. I press my ult, my teammates press their ults, we win the fight. But if we don't, we just don't have the resources to continue fighting extended fights.
In the meantime, TNZ was hoping they would be able to do something!
Petrify!
What was the Petrify? Out of absolutely nowhere, he knew he can bring TNZ down. And with that combination together with the Wild Charge, boy!
Wow, El Diablo in the house, baby. This man is clearly reawakened on his main stage. NiP Flash 9-0 over Flux Esports, 7k gold lead. We gotta look at this replay because this was after 2 major ultimates were used by Flux, and NiP Flash knows that they've got Flux by the throats. Flux just does not have the resources to fight Diablo with a fat flank. They shut down Flux Esports and they get more afterwards. Kurtizi, 7 assists and a glowing one under his belt. NiP Flash in full control.
We're looking at close about 6,000 gold lead in favor for NiP Flash. And all of the money bags all around the Land of Dawn is slowly flowing over to the side of NiP Flash because they're just bringing down all of the available turrets that they can. They're trying to choke out on the TNZ with all of these buffs and making sure that he's unable to do anything at this point in time.
Oh my goodness, if only Diablo had Petrify, he would have 100% locked TNZ down. But still, Diablo completely out of control right now. They're gonna try and catch him.
Oh, eye for an eye! Out of the implosion and fights back at Apex 47. What a play!
Diablo is on point today. What do you do? This guy is a monster. Even though he burst in the glowing one and the lethal ignition. This game is completely out of control for Flux Esports. Still a perfect streak for NiP Flash. Lord in the hands of the Singaporean representatives. looking to just put a mark on the stage.
This is one thing that no one would have expected. Coming into 10 minutes into the game, Fireflux not getting a single kill, a single objective, and everything has been one-sided over to NiP Flash. I mean, of course, it's still too early to say anything because we saw what Falcon Esports did to Cloud9. But would that be a repeat of what we see in this new series, though?
I mean, I said that Fireflux are the favorites. I stick by that, but I love to see upsets. But this one, NiP Flash, they came more than prepared. It felt like they're in a league of its own. Let's see how much damage they can deal with the first
they
Lord.
still have the holy defense that is available in every single one of these lanes. So how much push potential do they actually have all across the board, right? They are going to be catching on to the Alien. He did manage to put out that penalty zone at his final moments, though, as now Hades just going to be jumping in with a quick little taunt as well as putting
Diablo
under the Electro final blow. He manages to bring down Sunshine as well, one of the main core damage dealers for the side of Fireflux. They walked right in, casually just walked right in. They cleared the core, but they did manage to give Fireflux one kill, though. What?